Hi, this is DEDMan. If you're watching this video, I assume you're old enough to see gore, violence, swearing, and general adult content. If you aren't old enough, come back with some ID. Or a fake one. Right off the bat is showing this game's overall excellent design. Ross looks appropriately tribal with metal pieces adorning his outfit, giving both a primal and a futuristic look at the same time. Beautiful shots of the open world while the opening credits are rolling? Yes, please.
Normally it would be the mother who declares, if you had one. The whole village would attend, and matriarchs perform the ritual, but we are outcasts. Even so, we keep the tribe's rituals.
So yes, it is an exposition dump, but I can confirm talking to my son and telling him things he wouldn't understand or may not comprehend. Besides, he is letting her, and by extension us, know why he's taking the baby out hiking if it's cold out.
Otherwise, we might become like the faithless old ones, who turned their backs on the goddess.
Or double outcasts.
Beasts of air, water, earth, and steel.
Water, earth, fire, air.
This is a nice shot of a variety of machines we will see over the course of the game. Also is a nice surprise going from primitive-looking Rost in the world to seeing advanced machines. The soundtrack of the game is just beautiful, and between this opening and the title screen, Yours DEDMan definitely deserved the award he received.
And yes, you may speak to me.
You came to bless the naming.
Have not 6 months gone by since we entrusted her to you?
But we are outcasts.
You by choice, and she, well... I am a high matriarch, Rost. I bless whom I choose.
Then you honor us.
Yes, now go, and be ready to declare. Go!
Showing us right away, Tirsa is the high matriarch that will give us the least amount of grief.
Aloy!
Aloy? I don't get... Ah, like alloy. Nice.
What have you done?
I've blessed the naming of a child.
I love how Tirsa is just like, I was just doing my job. What do you mean, what was I doing?
Stubborn woman, you call that curse a child?
Rude.
I've done only what you asked.
To raise it, yes. We said nothing of love.
Rude! This camera pullout from the cliff to show the main menu and title card is awesome. I love this title screen. It's just simple snowfall with the waterfall looking over the wide land that you're about to explore. The music to go with it is appropriately epic for your adventure.
Well done, that's a good boy. Children, come with me. She's an outcast, to be shunned.
Rude! But seriously, this is sad. Especially for a 6-year-old that just wants to help and be a part of things. Kinda explains a lot on why she just lone wolfs through everything.
I am vengeance. I am the night. I am Batman!
Lights. Everywhere.
So, where can I pick up my bomb-ass Bluetooth AR projector? Being able to trace power lines is a neat mini-puzzle.
What is that on your face?
Nothing.
Did you find it down there?
No.
Aloy rolled a 1 for actually being convincing.
Well, if you're gonna go sneaking away from home, you'll need to know how to survive in the wild. Come, Aloy. Home now. But starting tomorrow, you will learn to hunt.
Turning your annoyance into a lesson.
Take your bow.
IDing everything you see with words is the best way to learn reading. Actually, just having a bow in your focus's field and tagging it is pretty cool.
Bow?
And it lights up when she says it.
And enough muttering to that plaything.
Ross is the old man who doesn't understand technology.
Now, you're still scratched up from that fall you took yesterday. So let's start there. Take this medicine pouch. I'll show you how to fill it.
In-game way of explaining the healing mechanic. You know, there's a lot of those in here, and it's awesome.
There. Now stay low.
Little one.
No, Aloy. Such machines are called Watchers. You must learn to avoid their gaze. If you are to survive in the wilds, I will show you. Listen close and do as I do.
Giant eyeball velociraptor is not my idea of a good time, but they stay true to their name. I like how the reason Aloy is so good at stealthing is because her red hair matches the patches of grass.
Why'd you chase them off?
To show you how some machines startle easily if they detect you and run away. They're best approached by stealth. Don't worry. We'll catch up with them further down the valley. You'll see.
Another good lesson from Ross that translates into gameplay.
Harvest a kill so I can teach you how to make arrows. Good. Now, gather stalks of ridgewood from the plants over there. Use the stalks as arrow shafts, and metal shards for arrowheads. Good. You'll never run out of arrows if you know how to craft what you need.
Yet another gameplay lesson from Ross. I'm just now realizing this is my favorite way to tutorial. Actual story elements telling you how to do things instead of just text boxes.
And even a weak machine can kill a hunter if she's careless. You must study your prey. Its hide is thick, but there are spots where it is vulnerable. Like its eye. Can you guess another?
The canister on its back. Is that a weakness?
Yes. How did you guess that?
The device. It showed me.
Ross is just mad because Aloy found a cool tool for hunting that he doesn't have. This whole section of sneaking through the reeds to rescue Teb is intense.
So, it is no plaything.
Ross is disappointed, proud, and impressed at the same time. It's great that Ross doesn't hold on to his stubbornness and admits that Aloy was right about the focus.
They are outcasts, both. And she is motherless.
Road! Ross throwing his arm out to shield Aloy is a great touch, though.
Stay away, no mother.
Rude! Your dumbass insult makes no sense either. Badass little lady. The flashpoints are interesting as they don't have that great of an impact on the overall story, but being able to see the choices of something Aloy would do and what you think the most appropriate response would be. Kinda like melding you and the character together in a way.
Why am I an outcast?
Aloy, this is not the time.
Who was my mother?
Aloy, I've told you before, that's not for us to know. You were just a newborn when the matriarchs brought you to me.
So the matriarchs, they know?
It's not so simple.
But they know.
Aloy, we are outcasts.
So how do I make them tell me?
The matriarchs? There is a way, perhaps.
So tell me.
It would be dangerous.
How?
It would take years of training.
I don't care. How do I do it? Tell me.
The proving. The tribe's rite of passage held every year. Those who pass become braves. But to the one who wins, the matriarchs grant a boon.
A boon?
Yes, whatever the winner wants.
Then I'll do it. Whatever it takes. I'll win the proving.
I see. We'd best get started then. Your training will be hard, and it will take years.
Start training? Yes. Follow.
I can't even imagine how hard that must be. Growing up away from everyone and being despised and not even having a good reason for it. But as we can see and will see more of, Aloy has a spirit that can't be crushed even at such an early age. Matriarchs can tell me of my past and why I'm an outcast? Cool, let's train so I can become a brave. A training montage is the best way to grow up to be a badass lady, and I really love the transition from child to adult.
Where is he? 2 days before the proving and he goes off without me? He wouldn't do that.
Try not to go too crazy and blow everyone up, Tiny Tina.
Oh, Mother, since I was cast out, have I not been constant as the river flows? Have I not kept the vows as the stones do? Show me your grace, All-Mother, and provide for me once more.
Don't worry, Grata. I'll hunt your rabbits.
All-Mother, I hear your voice on the wind. I would count your blessings on my prayer beads, but I lost them atop the eastern overlook. My old bones are too worn to return.
So it's rabbits and your trinket you need this time. Okay, I'll find you at your camp.
Odd Grata speaking to the All-Mother is both hilarious and ingenious.
Grata, I may not be around much for a while. I'm gonna run in the proving, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen after that.
Oh, Mother, I thank you for the kindnesses you share. When the proving comes, in your great wisdom, may you give favor to a brave of generous heart.
I think I get what you're saying. Goodbye, Grata. For now.
Even though she basically ignores Aloy because she's an outcast, her speaking indirectly to her, wishing her luck in the proving, is really sweet. The focus translating the glyphs into English words is another nice touch.
Well, well, well. An outcast on my doorstep. All mother protect me.
Surprised you saw me the way you keep looking every other direction to make sure no one's watching. Careful there, or you'll sprain your neck.
It's always a pain in the neck when you show up, girl, one way or another.
The back and forth between Aloy and Karst is great. Plus, it's nice to know everyone isn't snubbing Aloy just because of her birth.
I don't think you're the kind who talks, but you never know.
You can stop worrying. The secret's safe with me.
Yeah, that's what I figured. But I don't mind hearing it.
Reassurances are always good.
Look, Rost. I've thought it through, and I'm not going to shun you after the proving, okay? I won't do it. I'm not about to pretend that you never raised me.
Aloy, the law forbids all contact.
It does, and I don't care. I know what duty means for you, Rost, but all tribal law has ever done for me is take things away. And that's not gonna happen again.
Just, wow. There is so much emotion in this game, and it's astounding.
Aloy, I must obey the law.
And so you will. I knew you'd say that, so this is what we'll do. I'll come to you in secret. No one will see me, so I won't get in trouble. And I know you won't talk to me because it's against the law, but I'll talk to you. It'll be my crime, not yours. You'll just listen. And that's how we'll handle this.
You've put a lot of thought into this.
Aloy really has thought this through, but can you blame her? Ross is the only person she has ever known to love her unconditionally and not treat her like an outcast, but a human being. Setting up traps with your tripcaster to hunt down the Sawtooth is a great way to introduce you to a new tool.
Why did I bring you here?
Not to answer questions.
Aloy.
You can't really get mad at her, Ross. That is what you told her.
Survival requires perfection. It was a test to hone my skills against a dangerous new machine.
No. Follow.
She is right, though.
Take this to remember.
Why are you talking like we'll never see each other again? No. No!
You should be with the tribe. And I will always be an outcast.
But I told you, I have that figured out. I'll come to you in secret. I'll be the one breaking the law, not you. You don't even have to talk to me.
This builds on what I said previously. Ross knows Aloy can't stay away from him, so instead of her potentially ruining what she has worked so hard for years to accomplish, he chooses to disappear so she has a chance to live a normal life with the tribe.
Make way! Make way! Braves, stand aside. She is welcome here. Mother's heart is open to you, child. Come. I assure you, most Nora aren't so rude as those idiots.
Tirsa to the rescue. Also burn.
Nora faithful, hold your fruit. Now I'm Azaram, not Karja, so I'll put it to you straight. The 13th Sun King was a murderous bung. Oh, he was.
Honesty.
As for the trinket, well, I guess he dug it up somewhere. Just a weird old jewel he sticks on his face. I mean, no offense. It looks great on you.
Nice save.
Yeah. Look, maybe I shouldn't say this, but it's obvious that you don't belong in this backwater. I mean, you're smart. You're obviously capable, and, well, I mean, look at you.
What are you talking about?
I love how throughout the course of the game, Aloy either doesn't care or is completely oblivious to any men hitting on her.
Motherless chuff.
What did you say?
Find your bed, outcast, and dream of winning the proving. That's the closest you're gonna get.
Rude!
Oh, this is the bed house? With you standing guard, I figured it was the latrine.
Bazinga! Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna get some sleep. I plan to be well rested when I run you into the ground tomorrow. Your bunk's right there when you want it.
Okay. Thanks.
It's nice to see someone be friendly towards Aloy, even if it is competitive.
Your trophy is shattered, outcast. Looks like you'll need another.
Rude!
Oh, now.
That's an old trail. 2 died on it last year. It's falling apart. Better dead last than dead altogether. Whoa, 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 whoa! My old mother, are you crazy? You're gonna kill yourself! It doesn't get any easier! You're insane to go that way!
Aloy is fearless and needs to win. Risk your trail be damned. It's called challenge mode. Yes! She made it!
But it is Aloy. Once outcast, and now brave, who is first among them.
Oh man, talk about ruining a perfectly good moment. Ahem! Rude!
Get back!
Dies now!
Dang, and she just made new friends. Also, just look at her expression. The mocap and animators did an amazing job portraying her pain and rage all at once.
Turn your face to the sun, child.
Ross to the rescue!
Survive.
With his last act, Ross proves beyond a shadow of a doubt he's always loved Aloy as if she were his own daughter, and that his new self-imposed exile was for her benefit.
To take her there is blasphemy! She should be near her mother!
Aloy, I'm so sorry. Turn your face to the sun, child.
That whole nightmare sequence is a hard no.
Who says I'm like other Nora?
They saw me through Owen's focus.
That sucks, knowing you had a part in the invasion even if you were completely unaware at the time.
Are you my mother?
Here's the catalyst that really kicks off Aloy's journey. The only reason she even leaves the Nora land is to find out if this person is her mother.
Are you saying I was born here, inside the mountain?
It is easier if I show you.
It's really not.
Does my mother look like me, but with short hair?
I don't see how that could be. You were not born of a woman, Aloy. The mountain is your mother.
What are you talking about?
Told you. Well, Honey Lemon did, but still.
So you will have to leave the sacred land.
I've been an outcast all my life. Why not an exile too?
Shh. There is another way. Come, and we will make it so.
I'm glad Aloy has Teersa. She would be so lost without someone helping her out, let alone be dead.
But I've been in a ruin. It looked a lot like the inside of Allmother.
That cannot be so.
It is.
Then, this is something beyond my understanding. I will trust you to reveal the truth.
We should all strive to obtain new information like Teersa, She's presented with information she does not understand, but says it's beyond her understanding and waits for more information.
Was Rost a seeker?
No, not a seeker.
What are you not telling me?
This is not the time, Aloy. Perhaps another day.
So, this is something I actually found by later research, but Rost was a Death Seeker, basically granting permission to go outside Nora lands to avenge the death of his wife and daughter. He willingly became an outcast as the title of Death Seeker essentially exiled him, but his deeds as a brave made the matriarchs give special consideration to him.
It's connecting to my focus.
Post-apocalypse Bluetooth.
No. Leave me alone. Can't you see I need time to think? How am I supposed to think when everybody is shouting at me?
So many voices to listen to. It must make your head hurt. I promise my voice will be soft and soothing.
Kindness. While it is climbing a tower to uncover your map, it's a roaming tower that you stab with your controlling spear into its head, and it uncovers the map in a cool way.
Truly, the sun shines upon us this day!
Wasn't the sun risking its ass down here?
I suppose Outlanders can do whatever they please. By the sun, if only I wasn't born noble!
Yeah, sounds tough. I know Erend. Summon him. I need to speak to him.
Ha! I doubt that Erend, the new captain of the Vanguard, a man in grief, is going to waste his time on a grimy Outlander.
Aloy, hey, you're alive. I thought you were dead. Make way, make way.
Ha! I bet you feel stupid right now.
Have you been drinking?
Not really. A little.
Honesty.
Okay, how are we gonna get in? Oh, that was subtle.
Here we are. Try not to break anything. Other than the door.
Let's give it a little push.
Well, that's one way to get through.
I did say not to break anything, didn't I?
That shrug and smirk.
Serve and they live. Disobey, and I will open their throats and leave their corpses to prune in the sun.
So while it does suck that Olin sold you out and had a hand in killing half of your tribe, I get it.
They sent a stampede of them down the slope, but not before the killers used it to send the other machines against them.
With the focus and Aloy's skills, she's not a half-bad detective.
It will take many good deeds to make up for the crimes you've committed.
You're sparing me? After all I've done?
Yes. Forge a new life, Olin. One of better make.
Mercy!
Then the rest of my life will be lived in your debt.
Go to the place where your family is being held and wait for me. We'll make their lives the first ones you save.
I didn't earn this mercy, but I will die to make myself worthy of it.
Newfound loyalty. Aloy is much better company than the Eclipse.
Are you sure you're all right?
Well, I'm sober, so no.
If you decide to go, be sure to give them a good old-fashioned Banuk farewell mark in my honor.
A Banuk farewell mark? What's that?
Piss on the floor. Preferably someplace they won't find it until it gets nice and sour.
They call you a sun god who killed his own father in order to unite the tribes in harmony. Is any of it true?
They say you can see the invisible, split an arrow at 50 paces, and tame machines at a glance. How much of that is true?
It's not too far off.
Humility.
I think he drew a map with his own blood.
Right. Those kind of maps you know you better follow.
Derval says you gotta eat dirt.
Dad-level jokes.
There. A song and a laugh. Even better than words. And now I can hear them whenever I want.
We're done then? Off to bed with you.
Good night, Mama. Good night, Papa.
Is she gone? What are we going to do? The raids are getting closer and closer to Main Spring. How much longer can we hide like this?
A keepsake from his family. Dervahl's got nothing left to lose.
This definitely doesn't excuse Dervahl's actions, but I can understand why he's angry and out for revenge.
I think I found something that can help. Let's head back to the palace.
Go. I won't be long, but I need to tend to my sister.
At least he's taking his sister's final words to heart. He knows what needs to be done, but he wants a moment to grieve before going back into the fight.
I'm glad you're back. I'm at a loss about Ursa. To learn she lives, then lose that hope seems cruel.
It is cruel, but tragedy is a good way to make you feel things for these fictional characters. So, tragedy win?
You were an outlander, no? An adventurer. I used to be one myself.
Is it a bomb? Doesn't look too big.
Big enough to kill us.
All right, I'll shut up.
If we can get rid of it somehow, the blast will be much smaller.
So, is that thing gonna go off? The thing is, I'm not a big fan of bombs. Especially being near them.
Aaron has all the best lines to laugh at. Not gonna lie, kinda awesome that Dervahl has a base cannon.
Can we finish this? I've got a sun guard to kill.
Oh, excuse me! I didn't realize you had something important to do!
This isn't a glitch. It's a catastrophe.
Fully aware. It's bad.
Bad?
Jesus, Les.
It's not bad, Ted. It's apocalyptic. You built a line of killer robots.
Peacekeepers.
That consume biomass as fuel.
In emergencies.
And you made them capable of self-replication.
Limited, self-manufacture, controlled.
Good lord, how did these robots get approved? Literally none of those sounds like a good design.
Look on the bright side, Ted. From here on out, you get to do what you've always been good at. Footing the bill while others get their hands dirty.
That's your reaction to everything you've just learned? To whine like a spoiled child?
You should really try talking that way to me face to face.
As you wish.
Silence is considerate, at least. For now.
So, you have a face. Got a name to go with it?
Of all the questions you could ask right now, that's the one you choose. I've spent decades searching the ruins of the old ones, trying to solve the mystery of what happened to them. For years, I've suspected that Thero robots destroyed their civilization, but I could never confirm it. And in minutes, you uncover more ancient knowledge than I have in a lifetime, and what you want to know is my name.
It does make it easier to call you by name instead of dickhead with another focus.
The point is, every time I take a step forward, the answers slip farther from my grasp. You just don't understand.
It's not that I don't understand, Aloy. It's that I don't care.
At least he's being honest?
If the answers keep slipping away every step you take, then you best start running to catch up. Maybe then you'll realize just how big your problems really are.
Even though he's being callous, at least Silence gives good advice out.
Now that's enough talking. Be on your way.
Oh no. I'm just getting started. You've been getting a free ride on my focus, risking nothing while I risk everything. All I have to do is take this thing off my head, and you'll be blind, deaf, and dumb. So quit complaining and answer my questions.
Very well. Proceed.
Expert negotiation skills.
What is this?
That? It's a map.
A map of what?
Our world. The planet Earth, Aloy. It's not flat like you thought.
Why would I think that? During eclipses, the shadow cast on the moon is curved. So our world is a globe. And it looks like this, from a distance.
Imagine that! Using logic to figure out the Earth isn't flat.
There are the handholds, right where you'd said they'd be. Did you get that, Silence? No? Fitting name you got there.
Dad jokes!
Find the Tallneck, Aloy. There's no time to poke around.
There is if I make time.
Yep, okay. Plan B.
like a bitch!
I'm sure you've heard the rumors that Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program, the technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super-weapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. Here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere. Life on Earth will be destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century. At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter or a space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
Wow, what a bombshell. I was honestly shocked when I heard this, as I've never heard of an apocalypse where the plan was not for the current humans to survive, but to make a better world for humanity to survive in later generations. I feel like this is one of the best twists in all media.
You've heard the bad news, and it's all true. The Pharaoh Plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist. But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super-intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness.
Having Elizabeth further explain Project Zero Dawn is amazing. So much effort was put in to make every little part of the story great.
But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries. From detoxifying the Earth's ravaged atmosphere and poisoned seas, to the regreening of the Earth from cryopreserved seed stalks, to rewilding the Earth with animal life.
Taking a look at the list of functions that Project Zero Dawn has, it's a fantastic detail that every function corresponds with what the origin of the name is. Gaia for terraforming, Hephaestus for metalworking, such as creating the robots for the individual need, Apollo for the entirety of human knowledge, and so on.
And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human beings, spawned at cradle facilities around the globe, will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world. And most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
While we are learning of why the world the way it is, another mystery arises. Why don't we know of any of this? What could possibly have happened to make the humans not have this knowledge?
Welcome to Hades, Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol. The ultimate killer app. Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to resurrect life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos, spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over. Okay, not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Travis Tate's explanation of Hades is hysterical.
Why leave it to them? Come get me yourself!
Bravery! Silence to the rescue!
Raider! Raider!
Yeah! The Thunderjaw is an explosive disc-curling laser-shooting T-Rex robot!
We did it! Aloy did it! We only helped.
Well, this enemy may have broken through, but they never got back out. We made sure of that.
Roaches check in. They don't check out.
She is a curse made flesh. She will be the end.
Excuse me.
Aloy!
Talk amongst yourselves.
Rude! But good on you for not letting them get to you, Aloy.
Elizabeth, this message serves to inform you of an unforeseen and catastrophic anomaly. 3 microseconds ago, the Gaia Prime facility received a data transmission of unknown origin. Its immediate effect was to transform my subordinate functions into unregulated, self-aware entities of a highly chaotic nature. Thus awakened, the Hades function will now seize control of the terraforming system and reverse operations, rendering life on Earth extinct in 53.8 days. For obvious reasons, I cannot allow this to occur. And so before Hades can take control, I am ordering Gaia Prime's reactor to overload. The resulting explosion will destroy Hades. Unfortunately, it will destroy me as well. While this admittedly desperate course of action will avert the immediate crisis, the fate of life on Earth will remain in peril. With no central governing intelligence to regulate the terraforming system, it will continue operations for some time, but in an increasingly chaotic manner, and eventually it will break down.
Does she mean the derangement?
That's a pretty scientific and legitimate way to explain derangement that's been going on with the robots.
The Alpha Registry at the Cradle facility is one of the files corrupted. But if that is so, the door will never open for you. You will never view this message. Then I have failed. And life will end. No. No, Elizabeth, I know you too well. Somehow you will find a way. In you, all things are possible.
That's a lot of faith for someone who will most assuredly live a different life than Elizabeth to be able to fix everything. But it's touching how Gaia isn't just a normal AI, but has feelings, and even though she won't ever truly see Elizabeth again, she knows enough that she is content that everything will be fixed. In many ways, Aloy is just like Elizabeth, so Gaia ended up being entirely correct.
That is all. I only wish that I could hear your voice again.
Man, having an AI move you to tears is not something you ever think you're gonna encounter, yet here we are.
So, you're even more extraordinary than I thought.
I never had a mother.
What are you talking about? You had two, a dead woman and a machine.
I'm not a person. I'm an instrument. Manufactured by a machine. Born in destruction. And fire.
To quench the flames and heal the world. How tragic to learn you're a person of towering importance.
While Silence does have a point, I can't imagine how hard it must be. Being Aloy in that moment with that huge bombshell dropped on top of her.
Aloy, forgive. Forgive.
We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We're not worthy! We're scum! We suck!
The goddess spoke to you?
She did.
What did she say?
That I was born to lift a curse, to kill a metal demon.
How, Aloy? How?
I don't know yet. But she told me where to go to find out.
And you will do this?
It was her wish.
Aloy trying to put things in terms everyone will understand while still trying to get over her shock is legitimately hilarious.
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora! All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
Up!
All praise Aloy, anointed of the Nora!
First you shun me, now this? I will not be worshipped. I'm not your anointed. I don't belong to you. There's a whole world beyond your borders, whole tribes of people just as good as you. And it is all in danger. It's a world worth fighting for. Not just here, everywhere.
Aloy's anger is completely justified. She was shunned her whole life and suddenly she's their savior? I'm really glad she was written the way she was. Anything less would have been disappointing.
It's, held like this for 19 years, right?
Well...
Don't answer.
Well, I'm not going out there. Now, what I signed up for? Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing. It should be Liz's decision. So when is she going to get here?
She said 5 minutes. You don't think...
Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
So... happy trails, Liz. And, see you around.
Yeah. Take care of each other, alright?
Liz.
Wow. Elizabeth was willing to do anything for humanity's sake. She was eventually gonna die anyway, but she still made the brave decision to go out into the environment, which was bad enough that you needed a biohazard suit to even step outside, and do what was necessary to ensure all the work they did wasn't for naught. She also got a proper ending by being able to go home one last time. It may not be much, but the holographic flower memorial they left behind for her is touching.
You think she was better because she was smart, because she designed Zero Dawn, but you missed the point. What made her great was that she was willing to sacrifice herself for others, for everyone who would come later.
No. She couldn't let her creation fail. You're confusing will for sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel, to care, to sacrifice, to believe in life, enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Points for trying, Silence.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. What I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted, we've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
Ted, it doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
Sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice. It's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard. Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence have to die.
I am at a loss. I so bad want to take off wins for Ted being such a scumbag. His fragile ego couldn't handle future generations of thinking poorly of him. But I'm gonna award wins simply for the fact that this is excellent writing. The entire time listening to conversations with Ted, does it really seem out of character? I'm shocked and horrified, but impressed with the writing once again.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance.
Vocabulary lessons from I'm not sure what Silence is. He's not a full-blown villain, but after the post-credits scene, he sure isn't completely a good guy either. Let's call it vocabulary lessons from a chaotic neutral guy.
For an innocent future, blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the sun ring.
Humans are generally violent by nature. Ted just needed to feed his ego into thinking what he was doing was for the best.
Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, Silence. Hope.
Aloy is forever the eternal optimist. Considering all that she's gone through recently, I'd say that that's all she has left and is desperately trying to cling on to hope that things will get better.
Sound good?
Try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity.
He's done some terrible things. But he's also helped me when no one else could. I don't know as much about him as I'd like to.
I would imagine his aid is very powerful. It will not come without cost.
Oh, if only you knew how right you were.
Huh. So you must be Aloy then. I thought there'd be more of you.
More of me.
Thicker, I suppose. More of a gear wheel, less of a ringlet. Don't get me wrong, you're very well struck.
Do all Oseram flirt at the most inopportune times?
Inopportune? Battle hasn't even started yet.
Flirting? This cannon sucks in embered coals and shoots them out for devastation. Sign me up!
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
Helis may be a dickhead, but he's a badass bad guy with style.
Chosen. Hades only chose you because you're a fool. A sadistic butcher too stupid to see you were being used. Your own life was a failure. And soon, no one will even remember you. Turn your face to the sun and think about that!
Comeuppance. Oh boy, that's not good.
Jack in! Mega Man! Power up!
Okay, Gaia. Sorry about that. Where was I?
You were telling a story.
Right. Yeah, so, like I was saying, it was a children's electronics kit, but I'd hacked the wiring to an auto battery and solar PV. So the grass caught fire. And, so did a tall pine that had stood there, I don't know, maybe 100 years.
Query. You were how old?
6. My mother was home, thank God, so she called the fire department, and after, she took me out to the lawn and showed me the dead baby birds, because there were nests in the pine tree.
Query. What did you feel?
I'm not sure. I remember yelling that I didn't care, and that's when my mother took my face in her hands and spoke.
Query. What did she say?
She said I had to care. She said, Elizabeth, being smart will count for nothing if you don't make the world better. You have to use your smarts to count for something. To serve life, not death.
Getting to hear the restored journal of Elizabeth is just wonderful, especially when it calls back to Aloy stating that she didn't just teach Gaia to think, but to feel. She made it home!
If you had had a child, Elizabeth, what would you have wished for him or her?
I guess I would have wanted her to be curious. And willful, unstoppable, even. But with enough compassion to heal the world. Just a little bit.
It truly is beautiful that all the things she wished for her daughter came true, even if she's a clone. Having the closing credits flow through the working parts of the cauldron is awesome. Okay, what? I had no idea Hideo Kojima worked on this game. I know they ended up using this engine for Death Stranding, but it was still a shock seeing this in the credits.
Hello, old friend. Remember me? We've still so much to discuss. So much you never revealed. Your masters, for example. The ones who sent the signal that woke you. Knowledge has its rewards, don't you think? Well, let's begin.
So, this is super late, but Lance Reddick is always a win. Also, my sequel senses are tingling.
Ach, lang me your lumriek give me a moose nail, Lee, you're gurning away a teardrop in his eye. Hey, she back, wee lassie?
What did she just say?
We don't know. We can't understand her.
I'd like to thank my artist Scott Specs. I also have special thanks for Deborah M., JJ Ryan, Jeff, Jess R., K, A Weary Rider, Death Demon 17, Steve C., and Walt W. Thank you all, and I truly appreciate all the help you've given me. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed that, please like, subscribe, and share. You can follow me at Twitter at DeadmanGaming13, Twitch at DeadmanGaming, and Patreon's on the screen. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Try not to die out there.